Good morning, Airgunners. This is Ben, the Outdoors Airgunner, and I have got something I'm very excited about. Want to set up what I'm going to call the ultimate ratting gun, and I'm going to be using this guy right here, the ATN X-Sight 4K. Check this thing out, guys. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to talk about this today. We're going to set this thing up. We're going to do a little bit of testing, make this a little quick video for you guys on how I'm setting up my ultimate ratting setup. Stay tuned. This is going to be awesome. All right, guys, so here it is, my ultimate ratting setup, at least for my purposes out here. I'm going to tell you all just real quick why I think this is going to be so awesome. I haven't used it yet, but this is in theory why this is going to be really cool. First of all, I've got this Bullpup designed gun here. This is an Evanix Max Air 2, so being that it's Bullpup, it's going to tuck back into my shoulder really nice like that. The thing with that is that out here, there's just rocks and trees everywhere. And I don't just really get the opportunity to set up at this table and just wait for the little rats to come out. I've got to slink through these trees and climb over rocks, and then I've got to end up taking the shot offhand. And so something like this is going to make being able to take those offhand shots a lot easier. Okay, so next, why is this the ultimate setup? Well, because this Evanix Max Air 2 is semi-auto. So what that's going to do for me is I'm not going to, first of all, I can load this magazine up and I'm not going to be fumbling around trying to get a single shot tray loaded in the dark. Secondly, if I need to make follow-up shots or there's more than one rat opportunity right then and there, I'll be able to hopefully quickly get a couple of shots off. Don't even have to cock a bolt. Semi-auto action right here. Of course, 22 cal, and sort of finally the last little, it might be the icing on the cake. I don't know. I haven't tested it out, but I've got this moderator here from Neil Clegg, and this has a barrel nut here on the end, but underneath that it's threaded, and I can just screw this guy right onto there like so. What I'm hoping, what we're going to test here right now, as soon as I get this thing dialed in and get it hitting on target, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try a few shots without it, a few shots with it, and we're going to see if this actually makes it any quieter, you know, which for nighttime shooting rats, that might actually be pretty dang awesome. So there it is, guys. This, in theory, is going to be my ultimate ratting setup. And so no more talking. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to get this target. I've got it set up out there at 25 yards. I'm going to turn on the X-Sight 4K. I'm going to fire a shot, and then I'm going to do the whole one-shot zero thing, see how that works out, and we'll just take it from there. So stay tuned, guys, and let's check out how easy this X-Sight 4K is to get sighted in. Going to go ahead and power on the X-Sight, and bam, ready to go. So I don't know exactly how long that was, maybe 4 seconds, but really that's one of the coolest features in my mind about this electronic sight. Some of them take a while to kind of get booted up and ready to go. This, you just tap that power button once, 3-4 seconds later, it's ready to go. That's pretty awesome. So here we go. Let's see here. It's a front AO, just like a lot of scopes that you guys are used to. So that won't be hard to get used to. You just twist that front until you're in focus. Pretty cool. And I'm going to go ahead and start the video here. There we go. So straight down from the bullseye on that 17 is where I hit. So I'm going to go into my menu here, and I'm going to access the zeroing feature. We're going to do this off of a one-shot zero. So check this out, guys. This is really pretty quick. All right, menu, zero reticle. I hold one of the, it like makes it, basically makes it so there's two reticles, and you hold one on where you aimed, and you move the other, the second reticle, the one that's moving, you move that to where you hit. So I'm just going to keep going down and down here till I get down to the bottom of the target. One thing is that if you hold the button down, it doesn't just keep repeating it for you. You actually have to keep tapping it and tapping it. All right. You hit the OK button, brings up a menu, says save and exit. So you click on the save and exit, and there you go. Now you should, in theory, be sighted in off of one shot. Pretty sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna pop a couple more into that bullseye and just verify that I am zeroed. I'm gonna go ahead and hit record here. I'm gonna zoom this guy back in. There we go. And here we go. Yeah, that is like super cool. All right, so I might have moved it just a couple of clicks too many to the right. I can see it's just hitting barely to the left of where I'm aiming. I'm just like a quarter of an inch to the left of that bullseye. So I'm gonna go back into my menu here. And I am going to just move this ever so slightly to the left. There we go. That's it, guys. That's how easy, that's how quick it is to go ahead and get your scope zeroed with this ATN X-Sight 4K. I really love how intuitive they've made that. It's like, it's so much easier than, you know, typically like, you know, zeroing a regular glass scope, because you got to try to hold the gun super still on where you aimed and then move the reticle, but there's no reference of as far as where you were aiming to where you're moving it to. With this, the way it splits it into those two reticles, I mean, it makes it like absolute child's play. That's how you go ahead and get the ATN X-Sight 4K sighted in. Super easy. I think I'm really going to enjoy using this scope. You know, just one other quick little note about the scope is that in the previous versions of these ATN optics, because the rail or the mounting was sort of built into the scope itself, it made it sort of quirky as far as what guns you could get it to work on. In this version here, it's just, you can fit this on any standard 30mm rings. Right now I'm using the included ATN rings, but you could use whatever rings you so chose, really. And just because it's a 30mm tube, and what that does is basically, since it's more of like a standard scope configuration, it gives you guys a lot better options on, you know, how to get this set up for your particular gun, get it set up with the right eye relief and so forth. The other cool thing about this, I am using this little rubber cup here on the end, but that's just because it's a bright sunny day. I want to make it easier to see that screen inside there. It is a bright screen, but this does help out quite a bit. So aside from that, what I'm saying is that this has just a regular eye relief. Just like a regular glass scope would, you're not having to put your eye right up onto the scope in order to see it. It's got a regular, just nice eye relief. You can see it very clearly without this thing on there. Take this thing off and it works just like this. You've got a regular eye relief just like that. And that is pretty dang awesome. So there you guys have it. I'm gonna save this guy for another video because I'm running a little bit long here. So you guys will have to stay tuned to this series of videos about the ultimate ratting setup. But here it is, ATN X-Sight 4K, Evanix Max Air 2, semi-auto, doesn't get much better than that in my opinion for a ratting gun. And that's it for today. Stay tuned. I'm going to be bringing you guys some definite ratting footage with this setup here, but today I'm just kind of going over how I got it set up. I'm Ben, the Outdoors Air Gunner, outdoors having fun with my air guns, and I hope you guys are too. See you in the next video.